Greetings and thank you for tuning in to The Shift, which is kind of part two, leading to what we are currently doing. But, God has been so faithful. We always knew that this was going the direction we were headed. And actually, sometimes we think God should do things, instantly. But the roadside encounter that the Dream Again name and all that stuff come from the vision and what we wanted to do really happened in 2008. And now in 2020, we kind of see it beginning to roll in 2021, looking forward to God doing some great things. So, first of all, we were with U.S. MAPS as missionaries. MAPS was converted into church mobilization. The RVers are absolutely still the same, but with that comes church planters and church developers. So, we were able as U.S. missionaries to pull over into church development and run full time with Dream Again Ministry. And this is, like I said, very exciting because we knew this is where God was leading us. But all these steps we've taken along the way and the places we've been and the time on staff have been very important to where we're at today and help us prepare for this moment. So we're excited to announce that we're full-time Dream Again Ministry. There's 6 key things that we're going to focus on. Now, there's also a lot of other things on the plate that a 30-day video, 2-3 minute grief email coming to you once you sign up. We would love to come up with our own course. So there's a lot of things that we're brewing, but we got first things first. And so there's really 6 things that we're focused on. First is the Dream Again message, which many of you have heard, and that's how you signed up for our newsletter. So I don't need to talk about that. But secondly, with the biggest phase of what we're doing is the team training. And we are going into churches and helping them set up grief ministry teams that not only focus on the short term, but focus on the long term. And I've used and I've said many times, you've heard my story, the Scottogram. And for 19 years, every year on Landon's birthday and his passing, Scott always gives us a call. So how do we correlate that into churches being more intentional with their long term? We're also we just shared this past weekend, understanding the grieving heart, because there's some misconceptions about that. So we're excited to branch into that with new things coming with that. We're going into grief coaching, which is for individuals. It's really a walk alongside people, give them comfort, show them hope. So individually we can help with people. A year ago, I would have never even considered this, but we're actually want to launch a online grief support group. And again, if people can attend in person, we by far recommend they do that. But with the era of Zoom and now that becoming more customary for many people, we feel this may be an opportunity for people that are in a remote area that can't get to somebody, the church doesn't offer to subsidize that a little bit. So we're excited to offer that. The 5th thing is emergency response. I kind of has 2 areas to that one. Is that when tragedy strikes a church, when for instance, one church where the van rolled, the youth pastor and several youth were killed, how do we mobilize and go to them and help with the plan and counseling and just be there to comfort those that have just suffered that tragedy? The second part of that is we go to training in February through the chaplaincy program that I'll get into more details of that later, but would allow us to be first responders into tragedy, catastrophes, hurricanes, all these different things will allow us to, this authorization gives us the ability to go in and be part of that first responder. So there again, people will be grieving because they've lost loved ones, they've lost their house. We grieve for numerous reasons. So we're excited to be working on that and finalizing that. And then the 6th thing we want to do, and this is well down the road, we've got a lot of things to get moving, but we'd love to have a grief support weekend where they just come in and we spend the weekend encouraging one another and sharing. So please be in prayer. This is super excited for us. A lot to get figured out, a lot to get done. New signage for the table. We got a new website that's ready to launch. just a lot of different things from that side of it that we're very excited and thankful that we're able to be a part of it. So please continue to pray. Thank you for those who faithfully support us. We couldn't do it without you. Have a great day.